Welcome back to the Toffee Blue Show, source for all things Everton. I'm Josh and this is the 24/7 News Report. Our headline today comes from Ed Aarons, who reported that Brentford midfielder Frank Onyeka is expected to be allowed to leave on loan this month. Everton and Fulham are both interested. We polled this to see how you guys felt about Onyeka coming to Everton, and with over 700 of you getting involved, 45% of you would be happy to see Frank come to Everton, 41% were unsure, and 12% did not want to see this deal happen. I would definitely fall in the unsure category there. I'm not 100% sure on this player, haven't seen him play, don't know anything about him, so it would be up to the people who do know about this player to inform on this one, so I'll leave it there. It might be a good deal, obviously great that we're looking towards the loan moves as well, make full use out of the slots given the fact that money is an issue for us coming up to this window, and in general, let's be honest, money has not been flowing, so it's a good to see use of these loan positions that we have available. Sky Sports News has today put out a report saying Lyon and Villarreal have agreed a deal for DANJUMA to join Lyon on loan. This deal requires Everton to cut short his loan and let him leave, but Everton do want to keep their squad together, knowing they don't have the money to use this transfer window. Other reports from the Liverpool Echo regarding the DANJUMA situation say that DANJUMA would like to stay at Everton if he becomes part of Sean Dyche's plans. However, he has grown frustrated with the lack of game time in the first half of the season. We polled this to see whether you guys would allow DANJUMA to leave or not, with over 1,200 of you getting involved. 69% of you want to hold on to DANJUMA, 12% were unsure, and 18% would be happy to see his loan spell cut short. Now, I don't think this is a good idea to let him cut his loan spell short. Obviously, we've agreed to have him for this period of time, and he is a player in the squad. I know he's not getting the game time he wants, but he is important to us. Whether obviously he wants to be more important, that is quite clear. But at the minute, he is a backup to the players we have in the first 11, and that doesn't suit him clearly because he's looking elsewhere. But to us, he's important, so I don't think it would be a good idea for us to voluntarily let him go, because realistically, we do need him. If McNeil or Harrison were to be injured, then he would find a position out wide there and cover that spot. I know that's not what the player wants, but we have it's been agreed to have him over this loan spell, and to cut it short would leave us in the lurch somewhat. We don't really have a wealth of players to cover in that position of of that quality, and whilst he hasn't had the amount of starts he wants, that genuinely could all change if one of our players were to be injured, and it's one of them where I really don't think we can afford to let him leave, because we're not going to be. I don't think it's as easy as just replacing him in this window. It's one of them situations that we won't probably have prepared for, and we know we don't have the money to buy a player. We'd then have to hope to find a player on loan to replace him, and that takes time, obviously. And if we haven't prepared for it, then it's time that could take us to the end. And if we miss out, then that means that a space just opened in our squad that we really can't afford. We need all the squad positions filled, even the bench players. Obviously, we need suitable players to come off the bench, and he is a good player to bring off the bench and to challenge the wingers who do start. So I don't think it'd be a good idea to let him leave. Football reporter Mike McGrath has reported that Hannibal Mabry's loan from Manchester to Sevilla will soon be announced. It is a shame on that we might see us miss out on this kind of player. Another one that would be great for the squad to really fill it and make sure we have quality even coming off the bench again. which I might imagine maybe would fill that role if not to start. It's a shame, but we will have to see what else we can get, as it seems Mabry is going to Sevilla. L'Equipe have put out reports claiming that Everton have set their sights on signing Iliman Ndiaye this month. However, the Marseille attacker does not wish to leave this month. It is worth mentioning that the player is at AFCON at the moment, so his focuses will be there, and that probably might affect any business being done, especially with him not wanting to leave that month. It might have something to do with AFCON. Yeah, another player I'm not sure on, I've not seen player, I've not heard about, so probably not right to really share any judgment on that. There's not much to go on my side of things, so we'd have to see if the player wanted to leave. I mean, obviously reports say that he doesn't want to leave this month, and obviously this is the month we'd need him to leave if we were to get him. So yeah, might be on to the next player on that one. We might not see much happen with him. Finally, reports coming out of Flight Global say that 777 partners are being sued in the UK High Courts for damages totaling $28 million, alleging non-payment for Fleur 737. So it's honestly news that every Evertonian will look at and just think it, of course, would happen to people who want to then own Everton. I mean, honestly, the situation surrounding them is not filling anyone with confidence at this minute in time, and this is just adding to that rhetoric of them not being the people to take us over and drag us out of the position we find ourselves in. It does not fill anyone with hope. It's one of them. Do you hope for it not to go through because of all this and stick? Obviously, then that just leaves us with Mashiri still and looking for more people to come in, and the whole process just to be dragged out even further. It's not great, but we can only hope that situation gets better in some form soon. But yeah, that's it for the news for today. Let me know how you feel about the players that have been mentioned. Frank Onyeka and Iliman Ndiaye. How do you feel about those potentially coming to the club? Are you sad to see Mabry not choosing Everton? And do you think Danjuma should stick around, or do you think we should cut his loan spell to suit him? Let me know in the comments how you feel about all of them stories. Get involved with any polls we have going on. And this has been the Toffee Blues. Thanks for watching. I'm Josh. See you later.